Hello to the Villanueva Showing Film Awards. I'm Timothy Reckart, the director of The Star, and I'm very happy to be on the jury for this year. I mean, this is a huge thing. I think it's a big part of why we filmmakers do what we do, because we want to, because the power of a film is to evoke an emotion. And for the most part, when people have an experience, it's a very personal thing. It's an experience that only you have, or the people who are there with you. But the beauty of the cinema is that you can give an entire society a singular experience. And I think that can give people a lot of emotional, just a shared emotional experience that they can share across the society with other people in the society. It's a way to give everyone in a country the same emotional foundation that they can start from, and I think that can promote a lot of conversation, especially if this emotional experience challenges something that people have in their mind, some kind of mental block that prevents them from empathizing with others or from seeing a different point of view. A lot of times the best way to get over that kind of wall is not to have a rational discussion, but actually to present an emotional experience. I mean, obviously things have come a long way since the invention of cinema, because we not only have films and television, but things have expanded to include video games and now virtual reality. And I think increasingly we just have many different mediums in which we are interacting with a designed interface. And so even when you get on your phone and you use an app, you're in some ways interacting with an audiovisual design. So I think already we can see the future is now. Like, we are immersed in an audiovisual design world. Almost everything we interact with has been designed for our interaction, and the danger of that is that we find ourselves being controlled by these things that we intend to use. Maybe these things will start using us. And that all comes down to the power of that belongs to the people who are working in audiovisual communication. We are in many ways shaping the way that people on this planet interact with the planet. I started out working as an animator. I worked at Aardman Animations for a couple of summers. Aardman Animations makes Wallace and Gromit, and while I was there, we were working on Shaun the Sheep, the TV show, and also the Pirates movie that they made. After that, I animated on a film called Anomalisa, and then I animated on a TV show for Amazon called Tumbleleaf. And it was at that point that I got a job directing The Star for Sony Pictures Animation. And for me, that was an opportunity that came about because I had done a short film as a student that was nominated for an Oscar, and that brought a lot of attention to me, and that's why the reason that I moved to Los Angeles was because of that success. So yeah, and hopefully many more things to come down the road. I think the thing I'll be looking for in the films is what I look for in any films that I make or any films that I watch, which is I want to see that it's a film that makes me care, and I want to see that it's a film that has been made with care. And what I mean by that is that it's a good story with some emotional power to it, something that kind of shows me a truth about the human condition, and that does it with skill. With sort of artistic quality. Yeah, I think it's a great theme because it speaks to one of the great powers of cinema, which is that it can help us get over these prejudices or feelings that we have about other people, an unwillingness to understand. That's exactly what cinema can help us do. If we go see a film about someone who's different from us, someone that we tend to think of as our enemy in the culture, but we yet find a way to become attached to that character and understand his or her struggles, that can help us build a more cohesive society where there's more understanding. And for next year, perhaps an interesting idea would be, if we're talking about the heart this time with talking about insensitivity, maybe for next year we could talk about the mind. So we could maybe consider for next year the power of an idea. Could be an interesting topic to see some films dealing with that.